Alright everybody. Everybody stay safe, as they say. Oh, that's remote. I hope everybody's been watching all videos. Especially Megan McRae. I know she's been getting some more hits now because I've told people to watch about Megan McRae. Bit bewildering really when you hear her say a woman on £3,500 a week plus bonuses, and she gets some inspiration out of what looking in magazines for ideas for people at Wakefield. I mean, make your own mind up about that. But with Madam McRae, obviously they don't want to resolve it and get in touch with me. They don't want to save taxpayers' money. They are arrogant to the fault, you know, ignorant, arrogant, and it just speaks volumes about them. I mean, this case, for my part now, it lacks just that human factor where somebody properly independent, an ombudsman and court, you know, who are properly independent, and there's that human factor here. They go on this, the legal thing is we no obligation to ring you about a contract, and that's their thing. Don't matter about all other things they've done, don't matter about all public purse, don't matter about anything health and safety, don't matter about all that. They just stick to these guns, well, legally, but it don't work like that. It don't work like that. When human factor kicks in and people, you know, you see through it all, which people will. I mean, I've had 1,200 and some texts, I think 1,240 some texts, and I think 800 odd phone calls, and I look at them as my jury, you know, and it's like everyone just sees through it, and that's what will happen in the end. So what I would say to you, this is Megan McRae. You're up council, you know all this has gone on, you've tried to cover a lot up, you're a coward, you dare even come on film, you dare come on, what did you say, I've been asked to do this short film, which is ridiculous. I mean, people watching it are ringing me and texting me saying, it's disgraceful, but you're too much of a coward to come on and face me, one-to-one, just let me ask and I've got some pretty more serious questions than what I've shown on film even, but come and defend yourself, and as I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but if that's not good enough for you, then what about this? I'll tell you what, can't you just come on to Wakefield, address all public at Wakefield and say, right, when it comes down to Ombudsman and Court, if Ombudsman and Court find in favour of Mr Scott, then myself, my legal representative and all the people involved in the investigation will resign. And I, on the other hand, will say, well, if they don't, I'll take all videos down, I shan't go out with the billboards, and that'll be the end of it, and I'll apologise to the public and say, well, I'm partly to blame for wasting taxpayers' money. What about that? Can you commit to that? You boss at council, you cocksure you've done nothing wrong and everything else. So, I mean, you basically say, oh, good at ombudsman, good at court. So, what about, if you're too cowardice to face me one-to-one, why can't you do that? Merely come on and say, yeah, I'll resign. Because it'd be proven that, yeah, for over a year I wasted that much money of taxpayers, public purse, on an investigator trying to fight something what were wrong. I've carried, even when I had a chance to resolve it, I carried on wasting taxpayers' money. But no, you know what, you cling on, and you think you're immune to going. You cling on to that job, as you all do, these big salaries and bonuses, and it's too much to let go. And it's like I've said, the best leaders are them who accept when there has been wrongdoing. As you know, you take the credit to stand up for wrongdoing as you take the credit to when things are done right. But you don't do that. You are just tunnel visioned. No, I'm right. No. And it's like you do it like most CEOs do. They basically go, to reverse anything basically makes me, it don't look good on me if I reverse something. I don't come out, but you come out good with people around you. Then people themselves are wrong, You need to be coming out good for public, for all us. That's how you need to look good in eyes there. But you don't look good in eyes at public. You look absolutely shocking. So, once again, withstanding everything, will you come and film? Put yourself on another little video. Don't mention half the crap you did on the last one, and basically commit to saying, yeah, I'll resign if Ombudsman and court find it in favour in anything on Derek Scott's side. If they find in favour of him, I'll resign. And then on the other hand, I'll say, yeah, well, if they don't, I'll take all stuff down. I'll finish with billboards. Is that fair to everybody, to public? You're leader of Wakefield Council. You're one who've overlooked all wrongdoing, but you say it's all right. It's not bad. It's really bad. You know, you've got rid of people like us who help public. That ain't bad. People have misused public purse. That ain't bad. This flood issues. That ain't bad. But there's more. I mean, there's some things what aren't to be said on camera, really. I mean, they're more for court and ombudsman. But if you're too cowardice to come and sit in discussion with me and let me ask all my questions and see how you come out of it, let's do it another way. I know you won't. I know you're too much of a coward to do that. But what doesn't it stand to reason? If you're so firm and set in what you say, you would just come on and say, look, let's get on with it. I'm going to spend taxpayers' money, but at the end of it, I hope it's been spent worthily. It isn't like, is it? I mean, you know it. I mean, the amounts you've spent already are disgusting to cover things up. But if you're so sure of yourself, just come on and say, yeah, well, that's fair comment. I'm leader at council. Team round me have fought to do what they have with all this investigation and all allegations. I think they've got it right. So if it goes against us, then I'm totally wrong. And because I could have resolved it a long time ago, because I didn't need to spend all taxpayers' money on any investigations going forward, I will resign. And so will people round me for bad decisions. Not hard, is it? Is that really hard? No. So, I see you. I've got you up in viewings anyway, I'm telling you. People are starting to have a look. But I tell you what, if you think you'll get good feedback for that, I can, you know, I've got a couple of hundred phone calls that tell you otherwise. And a lot of people have commented on the back where you look in magazines. It's like, is that what she does? Is that type of thing she does? So, you know, you can just imagine you come across as a person. Oh, there's some. Do you know? I think. Well, shall we have a look? Shall we get a committee together and have a look at doing this? I'm on $3,500 a week and bonuses. Shall we? What shall we? Yeah. I'll get a committee together. We'll have a look at something doing. No. Your job was to sort this investigation out properly. Your job was to sack people who's abused public purse. Your job was to look into money for cameras. Your job was to look into them posts. Your job was to look into favours for friends. Your job was to look into health and safety aspects what I brought up. Your job was to look into flooding issues. That's your main job. That's doing for public a Wakefield, not yourself. That's for Wakefield. Now come on camera, coward. Come on camera, coward. And let's hear what you've got to say about all this. Let's see what people make of you. Yeah? I mean, better if you come and sit, you know, one-to-one with me. We can sit at a good distance. I'm sure we can film it at a good distance. I mean, we're not going to blame out so we can't do it, are we? And just let me ask my questions, and as I say, you're a CEO, £3,500 a week. Do people ever think like real £3,500 a week she pays herself, and then gets work-related bonuses for all this what I've showed you? And you haven't seen half yet, people. I can tell you that. There's a lot more to come. But on that last video, I said, if you want to resolve it, resolve it. If you want to keep wasting taxpayers' money, then fire on. because you are wasting a lot, aren't you? I know you know that. I mean, your reliability. I mean, do you know, so I'll just tell you a funny thing about witnesses. What did you say? They wouldn't stand up to scrutiny, your witnesses, which is rubbish. And you know, there's a lot more to that anyway. I'm going to bury you with that, to be honest. But it's funny that I was in a court case last year. I was involved in a court case last year, and a solicitor, and you know what I mean, I won't lie on camera, and a solicitor, an opposing solicitor, went like that. You can't have these witnesses for this. And do you know what happened when we went to court? And it was a case of my son's. Somebody had run into the back of his car, and a lot of you watching this will know. And do you know when people say, oh, if somebody runs into the back of you, automatically it's their fault? It don't work like that, I can tell you. Somebody run into the back of my son, genuinely. They admitted it, and then when the dad pulled up, they all turned around, no, it was your fault, you jerked in front of it. 2 years it took to get to court. And so the people in my son's car, they said, they can't be witnesses because they're actually in car. Do you know what happened when we went to court? Judge says, where's witnesses for this? And one of the solicitors says, well, they were his witnesses in the car. She went, well, what on earth has that got to do with it? The witnesses. The witnesses. And we won case, to be honest, we won case. But yeah, 2 years it took to go to court because somebody run into the back of him, admitted it, the father pulled up, so then they turned it around and said, oh, it's your son's fault. So I fought it, and you know, I mean, I could have just let it go, and when we got to court, both barristers said, would you come to an agreement to go out? I said, no, we're not coming to no agreement to go out at all. They run into the back of my son, and that's what it is. And truth come out, as I say. I've just a little thing to tell you, but that, with witnesses, for counsel to say, based on basically all that what they've been doing, which you admit that, you say, oh, they broke rules. Wasn't that enough? Breaking all them rules. 13 years of spending public purse when they shouldn't have been. Wasn't that enough to say, well, we've got to look at this, we're obliged to, but you didn't, did you? You put it under carpet with everything else. So, to say witnesses don't really count, won't stand up to scrutiny, I can tell you this, yeah, they will. They will stand up to scrutiny, and they'll certainly stand up to scrutiny, I can tell you that now. That's not a problem, and there are plenty of them. So, come on, you coward, don't just stop being a cowardice woman. Is that a leader? Is that a chief executive? Is that the leader we've got at Wakefield Council? All these multitude of wrongdoings and that, which you've let go. You know, you've tried to skim over them and one thing and another and that. Come on and let me show people me opening my documents for my contract. Let me question around some of this paperwork, because there's a lot of trips and falls what you've done in there. But it's, you know, I mean, who is coward here? Who's liar, you know? Who's lying? And you sit back and you go, well, it's not what CEOs do, not what chief... You're not in a position now to say that. You might think you are, but your position has been, you know... The position you're in, people should and want some explanations. I know you're too ignorant to, you know, give them. You'll think you're a cut above, oh, no, I don't do that. And your legal might say, no, don't get into that. But you're wrong. Your legal representative, she's wrong. She's only illegal in Wakefield Council. She's never really gone through a process as a real process. And Gillian Marshall. But as I said, when human factor kicks into this case, and when I say human factor, ombudsman and court, when that kicks into this case, it'll be an whole different ball game. It'll be an whole different ball game when human factor kicks in, because things it'll be looked on so differently. It'll be looked on how everybody who's watching looks on it. Everybody else, 1,246 texts look on it. Everybody looks on it for what it is and knows what it is, but it's just you and your team. You and your despicable team that have, you know, done so much bad for council now. You have literally a few of you, with you leading them single-handedly, destroyed a lot of good in Wakefield Council. You should be removed. It's absolutely diabolical how you've carried on. It really is. It really is. And do you know what's about it? Paul Madison, who for 13 years had spent money at Arco, took money for cameras, still is in that same position as a senior engineer that deals with invoices. Now, how does that work out? People must think, well, it's not the must think. People do think. They think, what the hell's going on in there? But you just can't, you know. You went down that road, didn't you? You knew wrong was done. And you got, you know, the cut-off, there was no cut-off point then. It was, we have to keep going. We have to save face, keep going. Time and time again, you could have turned it round. You could have made your send, pulled your send through it better, but you didn't. You got to the point where you said, we have to save face. We cannot now turn around and say, no, this, no, that, and go in favour of Derek Scott. We have to keep going as we are, come what may, and that come what may is absolutely devastating to, you know, to council. And God knows what you must think of all people who work for you. Well, I mean, what do you really think of all people? You come on and talk about your workers and this, that, so what do you know something? What do you think most of your workers think of you? Really? Really think of you? What do you really think they think of you now? They think you're absolutely awful. Absolutely awful, woman. You know, to do what you've done and how you've done it, way you've done it. And then you're on top of that, you've got taxpayer who you're absolutely annihilating public purse. Because when ombudsman starts, who pays for ombudsman? Taxpayer. Who pays for your side when he's wanting all things? Who pays for court case on your side? Taxpayer. So, you know. But yeah, I mean, I can come on today and say with all sincerity, you're a coward of a woman that dare address the people you serve. And if that's a good leader, that just shows clarity of you. Right. Take care, everybody. Enjoy it some best you can.